Connecteam versus Clockify. Both track time, both have a mobile app, and both let you manage a team. But here is what most people comparing these two don't realize. One of these platforms is built for desk-based workers who need to log hours and bill clients, while the other one is built to replace your entire operation stack for frontline and deskless teams. So today, we're gonna go in depth on both of these tools, who they're built for, where they overlap, and where one pulls way ahead. We'll also cover pricing, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly which one fits your business. Let's get into it. And really quick before we dive in, I have links for both tools in the description down below for you to get started with either tool. Now, let's set the tone for what both of these tools are. Both Connecteam and Clockify are tools that help businesses manage employees and track time, but they are built for very different types of teams. Connecteam is trusted by over 1.2 million managers and employees with a 4.6 out of 5-star rating on Capterra with over 1,800 reviews, based on over 4,800 reviews. And instead of just doing time tracking, they built an all-in-one platform that includes 3 hubs: operations, communication, and HR and skills. And as I mentioned in the intro, it's designed specifically for deskless and frontline teams. Think of restaurants, retail, construction, healthcare, cleaning company, field service, anyone managing a team that is not sitting at a desk. We'll go deeper on all of that in a moment. Clockify is a team tracking software designed for teams and individuals to log, monitor, and analyze how time is spent across projects and tasks. It is built primarily around tracking billable hours. Think freelancers, agencies, consultants, developers, accountants, people who sit at a desk working on client projects and need to know exactly where their time went so they can bill accurately and run reports. Now, as you can see, those differences matter. Now, let's go deeper by starting with where these tools actually overlap, because there is real common ground here, and I want to be fair. Both have a time clock where employees can clock in and out. They also both have GPS tracking, so you could verify where your team is working. Both also have a kiosk mode for clocking in from a shared device. Both have timesheets that can be exported for payroll, and both also have mobile apps on iOS and Android. Both also have scheduling features, and both of them will handle time off requests. And finally, both are going to give you reporting on hours worked. So if you are purely looking at time tracking and basic scheduling, you will find solid functionality honestly in both. But this is where the conversation changes. Everything I just mentioned in Clockify is essentially the full product for a frontline team. But in Connecteam, the time clock and scheduling features live inside just one of the 3 hubs, the operation hub. And it's worth noting, we'll talk about this more at the end of the video, Connecteam offers a free plan for up to 10 users with all the features included. Clockify's free plan caps at 5 users and strips out key features like GPS tracking, scheduling, and expenses, which you don't unlock until you get the pro plan at $9.99 per user per month. And a few other things to keep in mind, because every team operates a little bit different and their needs are a little bit different, and this is something that Connecteam has thought about. For example, on the time clock alone, Connecteam offers NFC clock-in, where employees tap a physical tag on the wall with their phone. You could also set up a kiosk station if you prefer employees clocking in from one shared device, with face recognition to avoid buddy punching. And you get GPS breadcrumbing, which tracks locations throughout the entire shift. not just at clock in. And you could even set up geofencing to ensure employees can only clock in when they are on site and automatically clock them out if they leave. On the other hand, Clockify does offer GPS tracking, but it is locked behind the Pro plan and does not include breadcrumbing or geofenced auto clock out. Now, let's talk scheduling, because this is actually a bigger gap than most realize. Connecteam wins this one outright. Clockify's scheduling is basic. It only offers a weekly view with no day-to-day option, which makes creating hour-specific shifts or catching overlapping assignments difficult. And here is the thing that stood out to me most. Clockify doesn't flag scheduling conflicts. Just think about that. If your employees can get double booked without any warning, you may think a shift is covered when it really isn't. And a simple and intuitive feature we would expect, there is no drag and drop rescheduling and no reoccurring shifts. So even simple weekly setups end up being more time consuming than they should be. Connecteam, on the other hand, is going to give you daily, weekly, and monthly views, drag and drop rescheduling, reoccurring shifts, conflict alerts, open shift claiming, and shift templates. For anyone managing a real shift-based team, it is not even a close comparison. And something we didn't even touch on, they also have auto scheduling, where AI can take in availability, roles, fairness, and more, and build out schedules automatically. Now, let's talk about digital forms and checklists. When it comes to safety inspections, incident reports, end-of-day compliance docs, with Connecteam, that is all built right into the app. There is even a feature called File to Form, where you can take a photo of an existing paper form and it will convert it into a digital version your team can fill out on their phones. If you have binders full of paper forms right now, that alone can change your entire workflow and end hours of manual admin. Clockify has no equivalent to this at all. And then the HR and Skills Hub. This is where things really go to the next level. Connecteam has a full training and onboarding platform with courses, an AI course creator. You just write in your prompt and get a ready-to-use course within a matter of seconds, and an AI knowledge base agent. And what that means is when one of your employees is on the job site and has a question, instead of calling the manager and waiting for an answer, they can ask the AI agent and get an answer immediately based on your company's own knowledge base. In comparison, Clockify does not have anything like this. No forms, no training, no onboarding, no HR hub, and no AI agent. It is simply not what it was built for. Now, let's talk about pricing. Clockify's free plan supports up to 5 users with basic time tracking, but GPS, scheduling, and expenses do not unlock until you get the Pro plan, which starts at $9.99 per user per month. So a team of 20 people needing those features would run you about $200 a month minimum. On the other hand, Connecteam is free for up to 10 users, double what Clockify offers. And you also are getting all 3 hubs with all the core features. And for teams above that, paid plans start at $29 per month for the first 30 users on the basic tier. And because Connecteam breaks pricing down into 3 hubs, you only pay for what you need. For example, if you just want the operations, you do not have to pay for the HR features you aren't using. So let's use our example again of a team of 20. With Connecteam and comparable features to Clockify, you would be paying $29 a month for the whole team. And if you are a team smaller than 10, their free plan is literally hard to beat. The reality is, with Connecteam, we barely even scratch the surface. I do have a full review video walking through everything you need to know about all 3 hubs that I will link down below. So which one is right for you? If you don't know already, this is how I would break it down. If you run an agency, a consultancy, development team, or any business where your employees sit at a desk and you need to track billable hours by project and client, Clockify is a well-priced tool that does that job. But as we know, any role you hire for is more than just clocking in and clocking out. So if you do manage frontline or deskless teams and you need more than just a timer, like forms, training, onboarding, compliance checklists, and an AI knowledge base, GPS breadcrumbing, or just one app that does all of this instead of 5 or 6 separate tools, as well as integrate with ADP, QuickBooks, Gusto, and more, Connecteam is the perfect solution. And don't forget, use that first link down below in the description to get started today with either tool. And if you got value from today's video and you want more like this, subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.